Hi guys, this is a basic drawing for an adult character. Before you start a drawing, you always want to know what genre you're working in, because it will help to ground the prompts for you a lot. Right now, I'm working on a story, and I need the best friend for a king. This is fantasy, anthropomorphic, medieval fantasy without magic. So that's my genre. You always start with 2 character cards because professions, archetypal professions that you see in stories, that's where you tend to get like cliches and stuff, the same old, same old. But when you combine 2 professions together and you look for the space in between, you can sometimes come up with really interesting and unusual professions. So let's see what we have here. Change of heart. Ooh, so the king's best friend. Ouch. Okay, I like this. So what comes to mind for me when I see these cards, a lot of, in real life, the vast majority of doctors actually would not recommend their profession to their children. It's a slightly over half. So that's what I think of when I see this. This is somebody who is still a doctor, because change of heart means the situation hasn't changed, but the desire or intention has. This is somebody who initially went into a healing profession to be a healer, a doctor, but they have lost their passion for making pain go away. So they don't actually care about their patients anymore, but it's still how they spend their time. Okay, great. So this is super dark, but it actually fits perfectly with my story. Because in my city, they have the best medical facility in the whole world is known to be in that city. And the king, whose best friend this is, he's a king who's not a very good king, and he's chaotic neutral. But he's not a great king. And he's not a bad king, he's not a great king, he's just kind of in between, and I was looking for a best friend that would sway him heavily one direction or another, so I really like this. Okay, so now we're still drawing for an adult character, and I wanted to round out his background a little bit more. So the next thing you look for in an adult character are 2 relationships to ground them. You're looking for the best relationship in their life and the worst relationship in their life, and then we draw a trait for each to understand what the impact of each of those relationships is. So let's see over here. Best relationship in their life. Oh, interesting. Marriage of honor, a permanent relationship initiated to help someone else avoid shame or discredit. And I'm not sure yet with this character whether I would rather have it be a situation where they are the person who has sacrificed their freedom, or if someone else has done that for them. I'm going to think on that, but I really like that either way. Because this is a character that I'd never considered being connected to anyone else. I'd always pictured him as a loner. Over here, what's the impact? The impact hibernates, centers a standby state with low power usage to survive extreme conditions. Most animals cannot heal during hibernation. So I'm going to say the benefit of this relationship is that they get to slow down from time to time. It's a situation that doesn't necessarily demand a lot of them, which would probably help to reduce panic in life overall. So I could see this being, it may not be an authentic relationship in a lot of ways. It may not be like their true love, and they might not feel a super strong connection. But at very least, this could be the primary place in their life where at least things aren't bad and they get to feel a sense of peace. So I like that. And let's see, worst relationship in their life. Their ex. Prior relationship has been severed. It leads to important boundaries and lingering habits that die hard. Nice. So draw one relationship. I might draw another for that depending on what trait we get from this. Oh, interesting. And the result of that relationship is that they're feral, untrained, sociopathic. I'm really going to take the sociopathic angle on this. So this is a character who had a very, very, very bad breakup. that probably left them super bitter. And I could actually see that being a situation where they would throw all personal desire to the wind and just go ahead and enter a marriage of honor, to help someone else avoid shame or discredit. That's cool. That's interesting. So, and then I'm gonna try every once in a while. I'm like, I could draw an extra card. It might break it. But I try, sometimes they're really cool. So we have an X here, but an X what? Because this is normally a modifier card. So I'm gonna try drawing another card. If I don't like it, if it totally doesn't fit, I'm gonna reject it. But let's see what we get. Huh. So one side has a severe disability and the other is the key to their world. Huh. So this is somebody who... Interesting. This actually matches with another character I already have in my story, who's actually a really good character. He's an artisan who initially spent his time developing and inventing materials to help people with disabilities. But the work didn't pay, and so he gave up on it, and instead started to craft jewelry and artisan materials because that's how he could eat. So that would be an interesting way to bring things full circle in this story. Interesting. So ultimately, this is the worst relationship. It's somebody where this character initially relied on them to get through some really hard things, and when they gave up on living that way, it really broke his faith in society as a whole. So I think that's great. I really like this. So yeah, that just kind of gives you a basic idea of how to draw for an adult character. The basic cards you need are 2 character cards, 2 relationship cards, and 2 trait cards. So hope this is helpful.